What's going on? We back, man. Thank you for listening, man. Don't forget, check out other episodes. Can We Keep It Real podcast network, man? But it looks like dozens of fed up NYPD officers, they're bouncing the department to go work. They're going to greener pastures, right? They said it ain't about the money. They'll get less pay, but in the long run, it'll probably pay off for these guys. You know, not everybody is happy with this decision, but at least 50 NYPD officers young in their career with they all have about 5 years or less time on the job. Well, with a lot of anti-cop climates going on all around the country, but officers in the city especially. And, you know, let's face it, NYPD, as far as police officers get paid, always been an underwhelmingly paying job. But it looks like 50 now former of NYPD's finest, if you want to call them, many who had less than 5 years on the job, they're jumping ship. They're out of there. Even though it meant, like I said, taking a shorter pay, but they said in the short term, it'll all work out down the line. They said they're going to a department where they will be better appreciated by the community, by the local politicians and the district attorneys. Whoa, stop that train right there. So you're saying that the DAs in New York City don't respect the community? Come on. You're saying that the politicians don't appreciate what the NYPD's finest does for their community? I mean, come on. Say it ain't so that people don't think highly about police. They still value their job. They want to protect innocent people. They said we want to go somewhere where protecting innocent people and property over criminals. In New York City, you can't do that. You can't protect people and property over criminals. That's a deep, deep statement right there. That's like New York City, de Blasio. People have been watching his admin for a minute. There's been so many suspect things going on under de Blasio's watch. I mean, despite the initial salary cut, the newly minted Nashua cops, they're going to end up making, like I said, more money in the long run. And that pretty much sweetened the deal for these 50 officers. How many other officers are going to jump ship? Now, we already heard NYPD was retiring at such an alarming rate that one police plaza in New York had to put the brakes on, stop that ship, stop that train. I mean, a lot of people said this exit was not an overnight decision. Nashua County last held an entrance exam in January of 2018, and they are still drawing from the list according to the recruiting site. So they're saying a lot of these police officers that went to New York City was originally on the list. So the ex-city cops took the plunge in the wake of the widespread anti-police protests, restrictive laws. And look at all the funding cuts the NYPD went through, right? So over the summer, like I said, cops were retiring at such a fast pace. NYPD had to put the brakes on it. They capped the rate in which you could even retire. So you can't even retire without them telling you so. Some of these officers who put in enough time to claim their pensions, they should have the right to bounce, right? They should have the right to retire. I mean, there's too many videos like out in Staten Island how the police officers are handling different types of things. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the police, but I hate the way that some of these police be military tactics, dressing military. They're going to neighborhoods where they don't need that type of police. Like some of these suburban neighborhoods, like you see, North Kingstown. Well, thank you for being part of the Can We Keep It Real podcast experience. You know, we're going to keep an eye and see what goes on in NYPD. See how many officers leave the force. But it's your boy Mikey, man. Can we keep it real podcast, man? Don't defund the police. Support the police.